Welcome back, Hunters. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to the Hunter Call of the Wild in the Layton Lake District. So, last weekend we got our first little taste of returning to the game. I'm heavily reminded of a lot of things that I did like with the Hunter Call of the Wild compared to Way of the Hunter. And I'm actually going to change up our loadout a little bit because I was so enamored with our return. I want to change up a bit of what we're using. So we're going to take out the Coachmate and the Hawk Edge. And I picked up a little DLC called the Ambusher Pack, which gave us access to... let me find it in here. Where's it in the store? Oh, there we go. The Marathi Model 1894, which is a 44 caliber lever-action rifle. So there's that, as well as a new bow, which, truth be told, I mean, the compound bows, yeah, for all sakes of technology and stuff they have on offer, you would generally probably be better off using them or a compound crossbow, but I still like the traditionalist kind of side of stuff, so I like the idea of the Stenberg takedown recurve here. So I picked that up, and we've also got a little bit of an interesting collar we can grab too. And it's kind of like a little bit of the, it's what's earned the DLC pack itself a bit of a mixed rating. It's this Quist Red Pro electronic collar. So it's supposed to be able to bring things in from up to 200 meters away, and we'll see how it kind of works for us. So we go into storage here. Now, yeah, we want to bring you over. I think I should be good just using the same arrows I've been using. I need to put that aside, though, and I need to look at the store. Again, I do kind of hope... I don't know if they ever will go and change this to make it a little easier to work back and forth with such. I guess I'll buy the free soft point there. But I'm looking for... What is it I'd be looking for? It's supposed to be 44 caliber Magnum. Is it at the very bottom? That's 7 mil. Or would it count as handgun, because it's 45? Okay, and this is where I do wish it was a little easier knowing how the full setup is. Okay, I've got to go back into storage. Okay, yeah, there's that over. I think the... Okay, where is that? Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, looking at it, it says 44 Magnum cartridges. That does make me think maybe it's in here. That might actually be a... Okay, I'll take those and see, and maybe I'll just try bringing like 44 over. Because if it does just use those, it actually isn't bad. Because that can let me start working to get my skills up for using a handgun skill. And yeah, I don't need bolts. I think I've got all the arrows just fine. I might actually need a handgun scope for our repeater, but we'll see. I think I can actually use the rangefinder sight on the bow we just picked up. And we'll bring you over, and I think that's actually it there. So let me just try setting this all up in the inventory. Again, I apologize with how it can go for getting everything in order. So yeah, that'll work on that. And the bow... Okay, nice. That sight does work there, because I probably will need that a fair bit. Because trying to use just traditional bows and such takes a lot of practice to get a honed-down sense of the aim and such. And in a game where it's kind of hard to get depth perception right, that is very more so too. So that's nicely in order there. I just want to see maybe about a handgun sight. Like, I can get... it is the only one I've got, so... Yeah, I'll pick it up just to throw it on there. It's nothing all that great, but I mean, it's better than having nothing, and if I do have to get practice in with it anyway, I at least hope it'll be a little bit of a help. Oh. Okay, so... Now I am very confused, because Okay, let me just try a regular rifle sight too, because apparently it's not registering that we can use the, those sights on that. Oh, Well, okay, I see why. It said fitted for a specific one. Again, I wish there was a little bit more explanation for things. I'll take that and just quickly check and see with that. Okay, so it uses handgun shells, but it can take rifle scopes. It's kind of weird. But we've got that in order, and I just want to double check what the rating is for, like, its ammo. So that can go anywhere from 3 to 8, so I think only the largest of animals on offer we can't go for, but everything else we can use it for. And yeah, the bow should be fine there. So we're going to take these two, or well, I should say these 3 things out, because I do want to... Okay, we'll take off the first aid kit and instead slap in the electronic collar, and we'll see how that all works. As yeah, we'll have a little bit of fun trying this stuff out, but we also have a bit of an objective we'll try working for to get some progress done too, and that is just to find 3 droppings from different black bears. So it shouldn't be anything too difficult to do. But yeah, in the comparison of like Way of the Hunter and the Hunter Call of the Wild, the big thing I do find is just having the feedback system for Call of the Wild is so nice. There could be things said, like, I do feel Way of the Hunter also needs to change its, skill system a little bit. Because, like, you have basically 2 rifle branches for what you get points to, but you only have, like, a single lever action rifle, so you don't really need an entire tree dedicated to it. And then the other tree that covers all other rifles. So then shotguns you can only use for birds, which people, I think, would like to see. You can have different ammos to go after different ammo sizes and types. So you could use shotguns to go after other species, and archery equipment has no skills to help it whatsoever, so... It does feel like the Hunter Call of the Wild, though you do have to level and progress in the skills to get stuff to help you out, like the weapons perks and, like, skill points. It feels like it does build and play more to how each person might be in, like, how they want to hunt or what their gameplay style is. There are systems, again, Way of the Hunter still, I think, does better. The tracking system is phenomenal, as long as you're after, like, an animal that has, like, a decent wound to it. That is something I still can be a bit weird to do, is you can get a glancing blow on an animal, but it still might just run off, or you might not be able to find it at all. I mean, truth be told, speaking of an animal that had run off, I'm debating whether I should come back here to try following up with that moose, but I think instead we'll just go for a walk along here and see what we hear or see in the distance. So we do got a few tracks around here. We're making a bit of noise and we are a bit visible, but I don't think there's anything we're super after right now. It's just getting some bearings and seeing about what's in the area. And it looks like it might be moose. Nope. Black bear. That's actually not bad. Yeah, so I'm going to use... I also need to remember the caps lock. We can actually get ourselves a little bit faster movement speed while we're crouched down. Although we've got black bear. Ooh, we actually got elk in the area. I'm just wondering if I should try getting rid of that little reticle we got right in the center of the screen. Just see if there's an option to remove it, so that way we don't have that. Okay. Well, you have all kinds of options for what color you want it. Maybe reticle shape I can turn off. Bingo! Oh, no. My bad. There we go, nice immersive. I think the reticle might help you as you're trying to interact with stuff, or possibly a little bit with aiming when you don't have a weapon ready, or like you're looking down iron sights. I think just for like the immersion of it, I like having no real HUD elements except for the bottom right there. Okay, but that is one thing I do think both the Hunter Call of the Wild and Way of the Hunter could really use as a way to know if you're in your sprinting stance or your slow stance. Because I think it's actually the Hunter Classic that has that, where you'll have like a little figure, or like a little bit on the screen pop up where it's like you're either a little stickman running or you're just walking. And you can use that to kind of track how your movement speed is. Because as you saw, if you do have sprint on, the only way you really know is by moving. So if you stand up and then take a little step, you actually take a little bit of a sprint, and that could be enough to scare or alert anything you're trying to sneak up on. Okay. Oh, well, these are very old droppings, so I'm not going to worry too much about following up on them. But we've got... yeah, here's the black bear tracks. You know what? We'll keep following along in their general direction, because we do need to try finding just a few droppings from them. So I think if we trail it for far enough... yeah, so we got some more tracks there. I don't want to go too quickly and scare anything around us. I haven't heard any calls really going out, so I don't think there's anything too close in the area. Although, truth be told, I shouldn't talk like that, because just because you don't hear or see something doesn't mean it's not around you. That's a lesson you'll very quickly learn in hunting games, is if you do go too fast and you're, like, careless with your movements, everything will know you're there and probably take a quick leave. That's why the best advice you can probably give for anybody just getting into hunting games is to take it slow and never, ever run. There's not really a lot of reasons to run in hunting games. Not so much like you think, oh, I'll have to run after an animal to keep pacing with it or such. It's more so trying to run and get yourself away from danger, I'd say. Or, like, if you have an animal charging you, maybe trying to run behind a tree or get some distance away. It's not really meant for aggressive stuff. Maybe if you're just trying to get to point A to B faster, or basically defensive and utility is what you should think of like you're running as. Okay, looks like we do got an elk up there. I can't tell if he's on his own, he's just a trailing... yeah, I think it might be on his own. So let me see. Alright, what was the wheel tab? No, it was middle mouse, that's it. There we go. Yeah, see, again, I also like that. Way the Hunter, I mean, does the same thing too with Hunter Sense. I admit, I kind of like the Hunter Sense better, so that way you do have it's an active toggle of, when you want it, you can enable it, but if you don't, you just do not need to use it. So if you are a super hardcore hunting sim guy who... oh, his antlers are kind of messed up, but you know what? He might not be bad practice for us with our, with the new weapons we've got. But if you are a super hardcore hunter that wants no help or aid whatsoever, the Hunter Sense is a really nice thing because you just will never use it. Whereas new hunters who could use a little hand or, again, don't have a lot of good skills, myself one of them, it's nice to have these little support systems to give you the experience of it and not feel like you're too punished with lacking some stuff. Yes, says you're about 30 to 40 meters out. Alright, that's how I go prone. Actually, I'm kind of curious about trying to use the rangefinder while I'm this low to the ground, because I do have the perks in the tree. Okay, that was... doesn't look like it was a heart hit, but should be a lung. So yeah, we'll give him a moment. He probably won't go too much further. Still has some good distance. But yeah, if we go... that is one nice thing I also really did like about the skill trees, or the perk tree, is if you do work into the bows and arrows, you can actually have, like a pro, unlock ability, enter aim mode with bow while prone. So it can actually help expand your arsenal and what you can do. Most games usually have it where you have to stay in a crouched position and you can't really go from prone. So giving you that as something you could work up towards was really nice. it does take quite a few levels to get yourself up there. You do need to specialize with the equipment. But it feels good to reward you with new ways to hunt as you practice a method. And yeah, having this kind of sight onto this bow, I admit, it does take away a little bit of the traditional stuff, or traditional feeling it has on offer, but still a good way of kind of getting you to grips and terms with how it feels to use, and you're aiming a bit with it. Because, like, I thought with that close a distance, there wouldn't be that much of a gap between the rangefinder with what it's saying for how we'd have to aim. But there was actually a fair little bit of a drop to that. I wonder if this is the game where I kind of established that worry of I was aiming too low with things. Because, like, Way of the Hunter... I'm trying to think of if it gives better feedback to that, because I always had that phobia in Way of the Hunter, especially in Matariki Park when we were trying to work with the stuff, is that all my shots would go high. It would always kind of go above where I was trying to hit. And even when I was conscious of that and trying to avoid it, I still couldn't really do so. Okay, yeah, so he's just down right up here. I mean, you can kind of follow some... Oh, and we've got a... Oh, coyote tracks. I wasn't sure if it was going to be bear or not, but... Yeah, I don't really care too much about coyote, although... They would be a good species to try the call... or the electronic caller out with. So yeah, we'll just snag this and then get moving. Looks like there are a need zone of some kind up ahead. Those, I think, are the leftover stalks of something that's been grazing. So we'll snag them, or we'll snag him here, keep moving forward, see what those are, and also try to figure out where the next focus should be for our direction. Yeah, we'll take you. Yeah, so he's got... Actually, I thought I kind of had asymmetrical antlers, but no, they are just both kind of weird like they are. Now, one thing... Oh, I was actually pretty close to the heart, a bit above it, but I do like how Way the Hunter does the breakdown more of... You can see the percentage each shot does. Oh, actually... Okay, my face is... Actually, I don't know if my face will be in the way, so you guys can probably see all this on the right-hand side, too. But yeah, you get to see, like... how it all played out and everything there, and truth be told, Class 7, I might have actually used a little bit of an underpowered arrow on that. But we will take him, yeah, sell that off, because what is my arrow good for? I think it's like, the 420 is good for 2 to 7, so it does just hit the range for elk. Okay, that is one thing I was worried about, but again, one thing is, it's not as rigid of a structure as Way the Hunter has for its ammo and weapon use. You can have a wider variety of gear take down animals, so it feels like it's more sandbox hunting than you kind of really have to be strict and focused on going what you want before you actually get in the field. Or before you leave the vehicle and really get going. It might not be all that realistic to be able to take down such a variety of game with this equipment. Although I guess it kind of depends more so on, like, the area you're hunting in. Because, I mean, hunting regulations are usually one of the main factors of how they keep what equipment and such you can use for what animals. So maybe that's some... Oh, okay, it's a rabbit need zone. I was not expecting that from here. And I thought I'd just take a little look out, but it doesn't look like there's too much here. Okay, that's just droppings. Those are very old, so you know what? Let's... Yeah, no, I don't need the sprint, so we'll just make sure we're not doing that. It just feels like, compared to when we're crouched and walking, there is such a speed difference. I'm kind of hesitant on if I am in a sprint or not once I stand up. Yeah, coyote we're not going to worry about. If we hear calls around us and it's not too far off, maybe we will try bringing them in. I'm going to try to get back towards where those bear tracks were. not going to completely backtrack on ourselves, but going to kind of cut diagonally towards where the direction they seem to be going. Yeah, more coyote prints. And I should mind direction because the wind is blowing towards the west. Again, everything you kind of need for your senses all nicely in the bottom right there. Blacktail. I could look at following up with this. I just need to try to find some tracks that give me an idea of, like, timing. Because if they aren't too old, we might be able to catch up to it and even draw it back towards us. But until we find a pair of droppings or even hear a warning call. Ooh. Okay, yeah, we were coming up too close on it. Yeah, that's okay, though. Yeah, so it ran off. Although, since we didn't take any shots or scared it too badly, it might not flee that far. So maybe we'll just try going straight north from here. Again, like as we saw with trying to find the moose last episode, the cones of direction of travel are hit and miss. It feels like it's easy for the animals to take hard lefts or rights and completely break out of that cone of intended travel, so then you're kind of left just really wandering for a while, trying to figure out where next track could be. And the longer you take trying to find one of those, the further the animal could wander off on you. So that's where Way of the Hunter, although it didn't have the active system like Called Wild does, I really did like the follow-up of once you do have a wounded animal, you can almost see the exact trail it was taking. Something I do hope eventually either Called Wild is able to bring more of like a linear or less nodes, like less distance between, and there's a little bit more visuals of the full trail, or Way of the Hunter is able to bring an active track system to itself. I kind of almost wish I had a slow walk like Way of the Hunter has for Called Wild here, just because it does feel like we go pretty fast when we're completely upright and walking. Like, truth be told, I should probably actually make more use of the fast crouch walk. Because although we make about the same amount... I think it's the same amount of noise. Let me check. Oh, we actually don't make quite as much noise, but it does feel like we're going about just as quickly. Oh, okay, we got black bear tracks again. See, that's back on the trail, but... I guess I haven't really gone to an area where there's, like, really heavy bear activity. Okay, so this is more likely the one that we had spooked. Although, it's also saying there's tracks that way, so unless it took a very hard turn and ran there, maybe it's coming back this way and that's where it was fleeing? I'm not entirely sure. But these maps are also incredibly big. Like, all the little bits we've done have been this little loop, and there's all this still that you could go roam, explore, and hunt on. That's one thing both games have done very well, is they give you very nice sized playable areas. I know Way of the Hunters, some of the DLCs have felt a little smaller and contained, but I still think they hit a good sizing for them. You don't need to have too expansive of a map if there's, like, greater distance between things on it. Because you don't want the map to feel too empty and big compared to contained but with stuff there. Oh, also, it might be some bear droppings or something else. I'm not... Ooh. Okay, I think I accidentally pressed shift there instead of trying to do my fast crouch walk. Now, way ahead there, look clear. Truth be told, it's probably a bad idea to be trying to track or sneak up on anything in the bush itself. because I do have to mind the noise I'm making in here. But if I'm trying to find tracks and droppings, this is probably one of the better ways to do it. So it looks like these might be deer or bear. It looks like it's quite a bit of small pellets all piled up, so I'm guessing it's going to be deer of some kind. Yeah, blacktail. It's actually fresh droppings. Ooh. Okay, we've got an elk somewhere over there. Just going to try to be Actually, I wonder if I should try the caller. Now, there's no guarantee there is a male with her. But I can at least bring her out and see if we have any luck in possibly she has an escort or a buddy with her. But, I mean, even with the graphical difference between Way of the Hunter and Call of the Wild, Call of the Wild still holds up really well for graphics and such. No, okay, well, there she is. I can somehow spot her through all this. And it looks like she is just on her own. Oh, no, she does have a buddy, but it's not exactly one we're super looking for. Now, just starting out, it probably is a fair strategy to actually try taking down does and females of the species. I mean, truth be told, when it comes to carnivorous animals like bears or such, there's not really any loss or penalty, and in fact, you're probably encouraged to want to go after females and males. For more of the, like, deer species. Oh, and there's even another one right there. Oh, Lord, okay, I got ambushed by 4. Now, if I can bring them in this close, I don't even need these sights on the rifle, on this, do I? But, see, I don't know if I want to go for any of them, or I should just let them be. You know what, yeah, I'll let them go. Again, I'm not super looking for the females, and as much as I could use the handgun score to work at getting better with this weapon, I'd rather let them go on their way. Although now I gotta figure out what way I can go. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to follow the wind for a bit and... maybe we'll try going towards the water and follow what looks like a little bit of a trail up. Because maybe I can get some good sighting around the open water there, and we can hone in direction towards something else to go for. I don't need to hunt every single thing I find. We want to be a little selective and pick our battles, or refine our hunts. We'll call it that. Throw a little bit of fancy terminology in there to justify my methods of madness. We'll get towards the water, take a look around the shoreline, see if we can spot anything having a drink or even just roaming around, and go from there for anything we want to grab. Yeah, I don't really see anything yet, but it is also a little thick through this bit of bush here. So we'll just pop our way through and then get a good look. And you know what? I think the elk group is probably far enough off, so I'm going to speed our movement a little bit. I completely forgot that you had, like, you could speed up while you are in a crouch walk. I don't actually know if that's built in right from the get-go, or that's, like, something you unlock in a perk tree. I should actually go over my skills and see what I do have selected, since... Again, I came back to here pretty blind and dropped into what I've got all opened up. So let me just go through our skills. We've got better track location, better track knowledge, If it's raining, we're better off and unseen. We've got better connecting the dots. We've got soft feet to reduce the noise we make, and we've got improvised blind, so we basically get better hidden if we are in cover. I do want to read up on connect the dots, though. Each time track investigated, trail line automatically drawn on hunter mate between tracks of the trail. Trail direction located with an arrow. Investigated tracks will not drop in consecutive order. I have dotted line between them in case there are more tracks to be found to complete the trail. Dotted line not occur if 3 tracks in the order are skipped. Okay, and Ambusher gives us Scent Tinkerer. Basically, just if we use sense, we'll have better off there. Better spot knowledge. You can spot through your sight, so that's something you actually do have to unlock. Better call usage and vocalization. And then we could also get tagging. Or... oh, I'm trying to think of what I'd actually want. I might actually go for the tagging option there if I do open that up. It's like, there is a startle call, which you can stop an animal to turn its head and watch you, but truth be told, if you get one in by caller, you don't really need that anyway. Yeah, you know what? I think I would probably focus on going into Ambusher and getting the tag perk up. Kind of feels like the two in conjunction are how I like hunting. Stalk and get close, and then try to also call stuff in at the last little bits there. Because again, depending on how you want to hunt, you could have all kinds of ways to help refine your method of doing so. Well, we got some droppings here. This might be bear.
There you go. Some prime bear poo. Just a couple more samples should do it.
Yeah, I think there's actually more right up here. I thought I saw something... okay, well, I guess I did see a little darker with, like, the reeds at the water's edge, but... yeah, I can't really do too much more here. If I really want to use the electronic collar, a good use would probably be putting it down right in the middle of the field here and hiding in the tower, and just letting that call out for a while. It looks like we've got deer droppings. Yeah, more blacktail droppings. Very old, though. You know what? Maybe we'll follow the trail. I don't know if I should follow it back or I should keep working... you know, I'm going to keep working more along the water's edge and northwestish direction. Okay, that's just... I'm actually surprised how far we got away from the group there, just a little bit we had walked. But you know what? If they're making noise back there, I'm not going to worry about them. Looks like we got another sampling of droppings here. So we'll just need to find one more. Yeah, some more deer. Very old, though. Oh, it was a little bird. I was seeing a little bit of white, and I was trying to figure out, was that a dropping of some kind there? But it was just a little bird on the ground. God, some details the eyes will pick out compared to others. Why couldn't I have that good of spotting skills when it comes to, like, animals just kind of being seen through the bush? Oh. Okay, well, we got a blacktail resting there. Now, I don't know if she's all on her own or not. Again, the game kind of does give you some free stuff, like... there might be bushes in the way, but you can actually spot animals through it. Now, feasibly, there's no way I think I would actually have been able to know that's there. But, depending on the kind of player you are, it might not be bad to give you a little bit of, like, extra help. Depending on how good of a hunter you are. Or, in my case, how poor of a hunter you are. I want to say I'm about average, but I'm also kind of leaning maybe a bit below average for what I'd probably rank my skill as. Like, as we can see, I can kind of get up close to animals, call them in, and stay still. Oh, ducks. That's what I was hearing. Yeah, I don't have any... oh, maybe I should take a shotgun and do a little bit of... now, I don't know if I actually can do... duck hunting. I know the Hunter Classic, you kind of needed to have a full setup for them. in order to be able to, like, go for them. But I don't know if that's the same case. It sounds like they are very close, but I'm not seeing them at all. I might actually be able to try going for one with my bow. Like, if I can get them on the ground. I wonder if I can't spot them on the ground. Oh, hang on. Okay, I might have scared them off, or they just naturally chose to get up. Because, yeah, they were making a lot of sound. I just couldn't really pinpoint how far away they were. Okay, well, with them moved out of the area, I'll just speed things up a little bit, because we did see... It looked like there was a track of some kind over this direction. It's droppings of some kind, but I don't think it's bear. Oh. I wonder how good of a sense of smell the ducks have, because that actually might be what gave me away to them. I just realized the wind is blowing hard that direction. So yeah, that is kind of close to where they all seem to be, like, making a bunch of noise from. Oh. I guess that is duck dropping. Kind of just remember that is how, like, the geese droppings look, too, around my... Oh! Oh, you... Okay, that was probably a really good one. But you know what? I don't know if I'd be able to get a good shot on them with the direction they're going. But I do have a deer caller, so maybe I could try bringing... Yes, yeah. Okay, I think... See, I don't know if they actually are able to spot me all that well, as the wind shouldn't be giving me away. So it might just be more so... they're a bit hesitant of... Like, because of that one that did pick me up and went off. But you can see, the higher scoring animals do have better senses and will react much quicker than the less scoring ones. Because that's probably the one I'd want to go for back there. He's not too far out. Yeah, I'm going to wait. Try to keep an eye on him. Yeah, with how hunched over he is, I don't expect him to get too much further. Shoot, I didn't think he was that far off for a shot. It seems like he did get a good bit of distance in there with that run. So we'll follow up to check what the blood trail is saying, and then follow from there. I just figured with the two smaller bucks up front, I probably wouldn't have been able to get him in too close before they might have scared off, and then they could have scared him off. Kind of that daisy chain of reactions. If this was Way of the Hunter, as soon as that first one bolted, everything would have been gone too. Which, I mean, truth be told, I think that would be more realistic. Having all the animals run off like that. But we'll see how it goes. It actually... Okay, there might be a lot of deer droppings around here. I was hoping maybe one of those would be a bear... some bear scat, but doesn't look like it is. Okay, I think that's enough time that everybody's kind of ran off and has done their thing. So I'm going to speed up our sneak a little bit. I wonder if they were with the resting doe we had seen up here. Maybe she was just the only one in sight. And then once we started moving again and they were coming to the area, they picked me up with trying to focus too much on the mallards. Oh, but I should check and see if there's actually a way I can leave a marker down. Okay, that seems to be the start of the blood trail, but it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I might have to be shooting in much closer range if that's the case. Yeah. Okay, I want to see how... it might be tricky to follow up with this and see where the shot landed, because I thought that would have been into the lung. No? Okay, that's just one the elk's calling. That's bright bits of blood. Yeah, it says very low, so we will need to be careful as we're trying to follow up with this. Likely all of the deer are going to keep herded together. Whether our wounded one, though, will keep with them or split off, I'm not sure. Because it could be, with him being more wounded, he'll run further than the others do. Because I think kind of like how the hunter has one animal kind of becomes like a tether point for the whole herd to keep around. I think Called Wild does have that sort of same thing too. But I don't know which animal in that group was kind of like the main tether. It might have been the one we shot, or it could have even been the one that had run off before us, or before we took our shot. Yeah, he's definitely not going to go down from just that one, so... I just want to be careful, because I don't know what direction the blacktail herd that we're after will go now. Since they were kind of coming this direction we're going, they might just, like, keep ahead of me. Or they might double back, but I don't really know if they would double back. I don't know if there's any need zones that are back kind of towards where we were. They would be after, unless it's like a drink or something, but... And we'll just keep going and try to follow up. It should at least be easy to point out which one is the wounded animal. That's one thing I do like about, I think both the Hunter Classic and Called Wild kind of exaggerate a bit, is when the animal is wounded, it shows much more physically, like it's hurt. Way of the Hunter, I don't think you really get any signs unless you can see like an arrow sticking out of them or something. Okay, so it got to this point. Oh, don't tell me it's going to be like the moose and all of a sudden all tracks of it are gone. Because I feel like that could be what'll happen here. Oh, no. Okay, perfect. I'm surprised as these didn't show up earlier. Yeah, now it's into a trot, so I think everything's kind of calmed down. So we just got to try to follow along their trail and hopefully catch up to them, but not do it too quickly. We want to spot them from afar and then see if we can possibly pull our wounded one out first. I'd rather clean up with this one and then worry about trying to go for that first one that got scared off. Sure, it's probably a better scoring and better animal, but I want to keep more to like my ethics of focusing on trying to get any wounded down first. Yeah, they went into some thick crap up ahead though, didn't they? We'll still just go slow and quiet. We're not going to be too easily seen, and we're not making a lot of noise as we're going. That is one thing. I think that's the stalker side of, like, the skill system. Or is that the perk system? Again, you got skills and perks. I'm trying to remember which is which. I think its skills are... Okay, yeah, skills are for, like, our level up hunting mechanics. Perks are weapon perks. So the Stalker side is more built for stuff like this. Slowly working through the bush, skulking and stalking towards animals. Whereas Ambusher is more like you're trying to bring stuff in and sitting in a spot. Using calls, scent lures, things like that. I just don't really have the patience to do that. Now I'm going to try Bleat Call. And just see if I get any blacktails to reply. As my thinking is, if I can get a reply back, at least that gives me a little bit of an idea of, like, distance they might still be away from us. Okay, looks like they've basically gone straight line this way, though. Like, there are so many tracks popping up, I don't know if they're all other blacktail tracks, or they're from something else. I gotta remember, for, like, the weapon we've... Oh, actually, 25 to 50. It might go down from this. I think it's because the ammo type we're using right now for the weapon we've got. Yeah, a lot of expansion, not a lot of penetration. So, instead of, like, thinking of, like, a straight-through shot, this is more like a blows-a-hole-out shot. Usually... I just heard something to the left there, like a footstep. Usually you probably want to go more for penetration to more easily get through like any bones or such in the way, but also get more damage done to the vital organs. Ah, shoot. Although I'm hoping that's kind of the... Okay, it says he's fleeing, but he's not doing it in all that fast of a motion. So I'm wondering if maybe he is that initial skittish one that was with the group. And if that's the case, maybe there are others up there. I don't really know. See, that one kind of came out from an odd area. Because it looks like from the tracks, everything else is kept... Okay, that's a run. Or... did I come across these too quickly? I don't really know what to make with that one that was, like, coming down from up there. I haven't seen anything else, and there's been no other vocalizations either. And up ahead, I'm not able to pick up anything through all the bush. Yeah, I'm not too sure what to make of it. We'll keep on the Wounded One's trail, though. It is possible it might take him down. I'll need to remember to try to bring animals much closer using this. It's like a weird hybrid gun. It's both more handgun with the 44 caliber, but also like you use a rifle sight on it. It's kind of a neat one, but it is proving to need a little bit of a learning curve for it. See, I don't know if it'd be better if I don't know if I should stand up to try to get better view or try to keep low and just, like, do these little quick sneaks along as we're trying to follow the trail. Oh, we've got bear tracks. But again, we're trying to focus on something else right now. Yes. Okay, it might actually go down from the shot. It wasn't a vital organ hit, so again, it's going to be a bleed out, but it is still losing blood. I wasn't sure if it would or not. I do want to check and see where it says the shot did impact, though. Okay, that's just those again. They're not going to care too much about them. Yeah, 0 to 25, so it might go down or be down a bit ahead. Okay, still in a run, so I don't know if I accidentally spooked it again, or maybe the one on the hill was, like, the only one I realized was nearby and the others had run first. Although at least we are kind of out of the really thick bush. That'll probably help us a lot more for our next episode, where we're just, like, doing some more wandering. Probably best idea is to stick more to trails and open fields, so that we can have much better line of sight out. And use the edges for, like, some cover in that. But it looks like it seems like a few deer did go this direction with it. So I'm kind of inclined to think we did get, like, the, Oh, it says this is very old, so it's been through here a while ago. So did it just run all the way till it's dropped, then? Or I wonder what had kept it going this far. I'll probably at least find it to wrap up today's episode. Oh, yeah, there it is up there. You know what, we'll stay low as we kind of approach. I'm not going to rule out the other deer haven't stuck around here, but it feels like since there were, like, tracks that kept going in the direction with it, maybe he was, like, the anchor point for the herd. Yeah, there you are. I do wish I had gotten a better shot on you, but I'm really curious to see how it says the shot, like, impacted him. I thought I placed it decently enough, but maybe it just didn't have the punching power to get through to the lung. Here you are, big guy. Looks like a decent bit of antlers for him. Yeah, so it says he's difficulty just an easy type. He was a silver rank. Really? I did not think I had shot that low on him. That explains why I didn't get a lung or anything vital. Unless maybe the weapon's just really not that accurate. I need to be much closer for the shots, but we'll at least take him. It is a little something for it. And gotta remember, maybe the one thing I should do is take off the scope on this, so that way I actually remember. Yeah, we'll take the sight off. So that way I have to use only the iron sights and keep it in close proximity. Okay, well, I live, I'll learn. I mean, the poor guy there didn't, but that's just lessons of how it go. No. Oh, no. Oh, no, not that. I want, that. So the deer were still around him. I don't think it's ran off. Maybe this will be where we'll try again with the, weapon we've got. Oh. Oh, yeah, so he might have been the anchor point for the herd. There are those two there. But I don't think either of them are the one that actually gave me that warning call. Yeah, there's you down there. You give 121 to 150 for your score. Now I'm just going to see what I can bring in, or if I can get them closer. Like, yeah, the doe's happily eager to come in. That's one of the problems with, trying to get the deer species. You often bring the does in first. So I'm hoping maybe she'll stay there for a bit and let this guy come in more. Oh. And we got one right behind me, too. Got a little tunnel vision there. Okay, hopefully she'll just... see, I don't think I want to use any more... Okay, that sounded right to my right, but I don't know if that was the, Oh, there's even another one right there. God, I'm just trying to get the one up. Okay, yeah, see, he's right there, he's alert. So I don't know if I'll be able to bring him in. I don't know if I want to try another shot, given, like, how far off the first shot went on the other one. No, he's not that far. Oh, but see... I don't know if I want to trust the iron sights on a shot like that. I'll see if I can call him in again. If I can bring him closer, then I will. No, maybe it's a good thing I didn't try this. Yeah, see, there's his warning call letting me know he's not too keen on me. You know what? Let me see. I just want to see if I can get him to come back up a little bit around those rocks, and then I will try for him. Actually, I might even try going a little to the left, so that way the wind's not as big of an issue. Another call, and... yeah, he's making a few warning calls my way, but I can't... Oh. Okay, there he is. Oh, shoot. Oh. You poor, poor animal. Oh, there he goes. I was going to say, if he's going to be completely stuck there, I will take him, but... I guess he got knocked out of it or something. Yeah, you know what, with how the other shot went for the leg, I'm just going to let him be. Sometimes it's better not to take the shot, even if you have a chance at it. Like I say, I don't feel confident with how the other one went so wildly off. So we'll let him be and try to find something else in the next episode. Not as good as our first weekend and like how we started, but you know what? It's better than leaving... God, right when I think I'm about done. There's some new opportunity that seems to have come around a corner. I don't know how far off that black bear is. Oh. Oh, there she is. Down she goes. That's how I want to use that. So, we might not have gotten a blacktail, but we'll take a black bear. I'm just kind of curious if I can find even a little bit of droppings from her here. Because, yeah, that was probably a lung hit. I was going more for the hearts. Now, and we got another blacktail warning call, but that's a bit farther off. So, yeah, let me just quickly follow back on the trail, see if there's some droppings of hers. Or even any bear. I just collect for that mission to say we got a little bit done today, and then we'll go collect her. Ooh. I think right here might actually be... Ah, no, those aren't. Now, when I'm looking for the droppings, I cannot find what I'm after. It's old deer. Deer, deer, deer. Okay, well, let's get our surprise harvest. Yeah, so here she is. And that shot... Oh, so I gotta move right level, just a little too far back. But it's good to know that I'm getting closer and closer with the heart shot. Because the heart shot is probably the... If you want to have the best chances of downing the animal, go for the lungs. But if you want an instant down, you get the heart. So that's what I've been trying to get better at. Seems like I'm getting the right elevation, I just need to get a little further up on the animals. But we'll collect that. That's a bit of cash reward. A little bit of handgun experience, I think. XP reward. No, that's giving us rifle score reward, so I don't know what to do with this weapon. It seems to give us rifle score, but it uses handgun ammo. It's a bit odd. So yeah, I don't know how I would exactly work with it, or what all... Does it list, like, supported weapon? No, it doesn't really list supported ammunition. I'll have to figure that out maybe next outpost. I don't think there's anything too... Yeah, there's nothing too close outpost-wise, so maybe towards the end of the next episode we'll investigate that more. But thank you for joining me on this first episode of The Hunter Call the Wild for the weekend. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. If you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I see you all next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.